This your boy Awaken Frequency. Back with another video to wake your ass up. To wake you up. You know what I mean? And I willing to die for my black people them, for waking them up, to try and show them the truth every day. So they could, so they could stop sleeping. Yeah. This is what I'm willing to do that. I don't give a fuck. We living in hell anyways. And if you think we don't live and if you don't think that we living in hell, you're just a damn NPC. At this point. You know what I mean? So this video here is asking, are we actually living in hell? You know what I mean? And if you don't, like I say, if you don't think so, you're an NPC. You are part of the Archon's control. Yeah, you're an NPC. You're one of them people who in GTA and them kind of fucked us. Yeah, la 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 la. You know what I mean? And don't question nothing. You just I gonna go out every weekend. I gonna party. I gonna drink. I gonna just be in a slumber all my life. Don't never ask a question like, what kind of reality we living in? Is this paradise? No, it's not. They get shiny coat paint, and well, he gonna talk about it, man. I gonna click the video, leave me tap into the video, man. Leave me tapping and brapping. Stop sprapping.
Earth is not a testing ground. It is not a preparatory stage for something better. This is not a playground, and it is certainly not a paradise. What we are living in every single day is a nightmare masquerading as life. Wars, pandemics, poverty, cruelty, and endless pain, they aren't random occurrences or challenges designed to make us stronger. They are the defining characteristics of this realm. Welcome to hell, and if that makes you uncomfortable, good. Because the truth isn't meant to be comforting, it's meant to wake you up. Let's strip away the sanitized narratives you've been fed for centuries. Many ancient traditions, especially those outside the mainstream Abrahamic faiths, tell us that this world wasn't created by a benevolent God, but by a tyrannical force. The Gnostics called this entity the demiurge, a false god obsessed with power and control. According to their texts, the demiurge trapped divine souls in material bodies, forcing them to endure suffering and servitude in a corrupt, broken world. And yet,
who is the demiurge? The demiurge is the God of the Bible. Yeah, I know that's something that's hard to believe, but he is. That's who is the demiurge, which his name is Yalabot, which his name is Sarkaz, which his name is Samael. He and his Archon is what controlling this air. How he get created? From Sophia. Sophia make a mistake. Sophia want to create without her higher self, or her higher the invisible spirit, and these ones are ones without her consort, her counterpart knowing what she want to create, so she create out ignorance. So that's how Yalabol end up coming into being, because of Sophia. Which she make a mistake, but she repent. You know what I mean? And that's how come all of us have a divine spark inside of us, you know what I mean? But yeah.
Most people blindly worship this construct, mistaking it for the true source of divinity. It's the ultimate con, turning slaves into willing participants in their own torment. Now, let's talk about pain. Not the necessary suffering that builds character, that's just another lie to keep you docile. I'm talking about the kind of pain that defines existence, the grinding misery of poverty, the despair of losing loved ones, the horrors of war. Did you know that more than 100 million people have been killed in wars just in the past century? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We have systems of oppression that exploit billions, diseases that ravage entire populations, and an endless cycle of natural disasters wiping out lives in seconds. Ask yourself, does this sound like the design of a benevolent creator?
Ask yourself that question. A benevolent creator is what create this world. Oh yeah, man, yeah, we meant to go through the fire. You know what I mean? We want to hear the fuck. We living in hell. And we could see it every day. We could see it every day. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing getting better. You know what I mean? The only thing that probably really getting better is your consciousness getting higher and higher to different dimensions. You know what I mean? Let me say that.
Or does it sound like a prison designed to maximize suffering? You want more proof? Let's talk about the concept of time. Time is not your friend. It is the most relentless tormentor of all. From the moment you are born, you are on a clock. Every second, every minute brings you closer to death. And along the way, time ensures that you watch everything you love decay and fade. It robs you of youth, health, and even hope. Time doesn't heal, it corrodes. If there's any greater weapon in the arsenal of this so-called world, I'd like to hear it. And yet, people still cling to the idea that this world is a gift, that suffering is redemptive, that life's miseries are tests to make us better. That's the cruelest joke of all. Look at history. Look at the millions who've been enslaved, butchered, silenced. Look at the billions struggling right now just to survive. Tell me, with a straight face, that this is God's plan. Because if it is, it's a plan straight out of a sadist's playbook. And don't let modern technology fool you into thinking we're evolving past this suffering. Sure, we've got smartphones and space exploration, but what do those things mean when 25,000 people die every day from hunger? When families are torn apart by warlords and despots? When the wealthiest 1% hoard resources while the rest of the world fights over scraps?
You telling me that they could find me shooting up someplace? They could use AI and find me, or facial recognition and find me. You know what I mean? But they can't find the man them who do sex trafficking, kidnapping them little girls. All the technology that they have, all the technology that they have, and you telling me they can't find these people? That's to show you the elites. They done with organs harvesting, or taking out your organ them, selling them, using them. Blood sacrifice, yeah man. Let me get a little young one them, cause you want to do something called adrenochrome or some shit like that. Yeah man, I watching little John down the road. Yeah, spy on him and we gonna take him up. We need his blood. This is what these men be doing. But shit, they don't even have to do that. They don't even have to do that. They could just fucking go up on your damn social media. Get shit. Little children have social media. They're like, wow, okay, what? And they could tell if mommy and daddy don't, study the fucking child, and them fuck, and they taking up your fucking child, going with your child. Gone. Nobody ain't see or know how. All this technology. Alright.
This isn't progress, it's just hell with a shiny new coat of paint. Humanity's fall is not a metaphor. It's not a quaint story about disobedience and forbidden fruit, it's a calculated move in a cosmic game of control. Ancient narratives across cultures paint a picture of humanity being cast down, not by divine wisdom, but by a tyrannical force that sought to imprison us in a material cage. The biblical story of Adam and Eve, for example, has been misinterpreted for centuries.
Them a grapple to the power that Eve bite the apple. The same concept that created the market level. I think that's how it go. I don't know. But damn.
So-called original sin wasn't about moral failure. It was about humanity being deceived and bound to a corrupt, physical existence.
And we're talking about Eve bite an apple or a fruit or whatever the case may be. Nothing to go so. What really happened was Adam because he had epanoia inside of he. He had the spark. And the veil was lifted. Think about it. Why would God, right? Why would this so-called divine being, but he's an imposter, why would Yalabol, or I would say, yeah, the God of the Bible, why the fuck would you put me in some so-called paradise and tell me, yeah, man, you could have everything in here, my boy, but just don't eat that fruit they down the road down there, my boy. Check what you're saying? Meanwhile, so why the fuck you put it there? And people thought, they were just testing him to see if they were going to be the obedient. Look, that don't make no fucking sense, you retarded mother scan. Eh? You were testing me? You the same fucking God that know everything before it fucking happened. So why the fuck you know that fuck was going to happen? So why the fuck you do it any fucking ways? You check what I'm saying? So this